Hi friends, good morning, happy Monday. So I wanted to talk to you guys about my reading plans for the week. So I do plan on finishing my current read first, which is book 11 in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. The title left me. I'm like maybe a chapter into this right now. Like I'm not very far into it at all. I started it just a little bit last night, so as I was getting ready for bed. So that's going to be the first book I finish, and then I have 3 Netgalley arcs left to actually be current on my Netgalley reads. So I think that's going to be my focus this week. I'm working 6 days this week between my 2 jobs, so I don't know how much time I'm actually going to have to read. Lately, I've found when I work day shift, by the time I get home, a lot of times my brain is so tired and fried that I don't necessarily have the brain capacity to read very much. So I think I'm just going to focus on finishing my current read and then the 3 arcs that I have left to be current through the month of November. Good morning. Welcome back to another car edition of this vlog. I know I really didn't update you at all yesterday, and there's a reason for that. I really just didn't feel like filming. And I didn't get nearly as much reading as I was hoping to do. So the Ice Planet Barbarian book I'm working on right now is Barbarian's Hope. And this one's going to be a heavier book because it deals with the loss of a child and a couple who's separated because of that. I believe they're going to find their way back to each other throughout the course of the novel, but it's still just heavy content to deal with. And so I put a pin in that for yesterday. Emotionally, I couldn't handle that yesterday, so I just didn't read it. So I did start on Rules for Heiresses by Emily Howard. I'm mostly through with that, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to get above a 4-star. I feel like the hero's dropping the ball for me. So I still like the writing well enough. I just don't love some of the choices the hero has made. So this one's currently sitting between a 3 and 4, and I don't know where it's officially going to land. So I should have an answer for you later today, because I really don't have too much left. I just kind of have the final conflict left to read. So if he pushes her away again, it's going to be a 3. And then I think I want to not dive into the Megan Frampton one right away. I think I want to do the other one. My brain is still waking up. It's early. I have another day shift at work today. So I'm off to go get caffeinated and get my brain waking up. Okay, so I just finished at work, and I legitimately have no chill. I just bought a crap ton of manga. Like today at work. Like everything I'd been waiting for was coming out, or things that I've seen, like my store finally got. So here we go. I'm going to show you all the things I got before I drive home. So first up, I have DNA Doesn't Tell Us, which looks absolutely adorable and Yuri and cuteness. And yes, so I will tell you more once I read it. Maeve has read it. I did see her. She came in to visit the store today, which was fun. I was originally just going to borrow it, but I'm like, no, I'm going to buy it. She and I tend to have similar taste and like squeal and love very similar things. So I'm very excited. Nicola Traveling Around the Demon's World Volume 4 is finally out. I had to have it. It was mine. Yay. Now, the one that I legit had no chill about, and my Instagram proves it, is My Androgynous Boyfriend Volume 3. I didn't think we were getting this fall. Like, I'm so excited to have it in my hands. It's like not even funny. Oh, you think that's all? That's a joke. So Sex at 120% Volume 2. I did enjoy Volume 1 enough that I really wanted to try This volume, it's about a teacher who's kind of breaking societal norms and teaching sex ed as, you know, how to prevent, not just abstain. So yeah, it's really, the first volume was great. I'm really excited for that one. Then I also got My Lovely Wife is a Stone Cold Killer Volume 1. The second I heard about this announcement, I'm like, I need this in my life. The art looks amazing. She's so cute. Like, I cannot wait to read it and tell you guys about it. And then Skip It Loafer 2. I loved Volume 1 so much. I'm very excited to have Volume 2. And I love the like fall aesthetic of this volume. It's amazing. And then Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost, Volume 2, which is another Volume 2 I've been anxiously awaiting. Like, I can't even. Like, I'm so excited. Don't worry, there's more. Alright, I also got I Think Our Son is Gay, Volume 2. I loved Volume 1 so much. I feel like this is such an important piece of queer manga. I'm so excited to read Volume 2. Then I got The Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, Volume 2. I loved Volume 1. I'm very excited to have my hands on Volume 2. And I love the cute pink aesthetic of this one. Like, it's just too cute for words. And this one was a graphic novel, but you all know me. I've been waiting for this. And that is Persephone, Hades' Torment. It's sealed, baby. Like, this is gonna be so good. And it is published by Seven Seas, but it is a graphic novel. So I'm definitely going to be talking about this most likely over on the That's Comical channel. That's a collaborative channel that I do with a bunch of my friends. I'll leave that linked in the corner for you guys to check out. I do a series breaking down in more detail The Girl from the Other Side with my friend April. And I've been parts of other collaborations and will be doing more in the future. So yes, definitely going to be talking about this over there. And then last, but definitely not least, is Cardcaptor Sakura Volume 9. I have really enjoyed getting the collector's editions of these, and so I'm really excited to keep going. Okay, that is officially all that was in my bag. Yes, I did not spend long talking about any of it, but I legitimately have no chill. I've already read, so I did already read My Androgynous Boyfriend Volume 3. I loved every moment of it. I've missed Meguru. I've missed Waku. Like, I just love them. I just love them so much. And it's amazing. Highly recommend. I did get an opportunity to finish Rules for Heiresses by Emily Howard, and I'm going to give it like a 3.5. I really did not like the final conflict. I could not get behind the hero. And when you can't get behind the hero, it's really hard to love a romance. So this one just wasn't for me. I think this series from Emily Howard is just not going to be for me. She does another series that I've really enjoyed thus far. So I think I'll just stick with that one and let this series go and not invest any more of my time in it. I would rather leave the arcs for people who will, one, get to them in a timely manner, and two, enjoy them more. So that's where I'm at with this series. It's not anything against Emily Howard or anything. It's just it's a me thing. I know a lot of people really enjoy these books. So I know that I am not of the popular opinion on this one. So anyways, I'm going to drive home. I'm probably going to read some manga tonight. Tomorrow is a very early start for me. So like 8 a.m. early start. So I will definitely be going to bed early tonight and getting up crazy early tomorrow. Hello, good morning, happy Thursday. Yes, I chopped off all my hair yesterday. Yes, I'm madly in love with it. And it's going to be great for Barnes & Noble because now I'm not going to live with my hair in a ponytail or a messy bun. My hair's not done for the day. I did shower, and yes, I love the cut. One of my coworkers kindly cut it for me yesterday because we both had some time. But I haven't talked to you about what I've been reading for a while, so let's catch up. First up, I'm currently buddy reading When He Was Wicked by Julia Quinn with Lindsay over at Lindsay Tutt. This one, we definitely have a pining hero, and then we have a heroine who is grieving the loss of her husband. They separate for a period of 4 years. He's back in town, and she's grappling whether he's just a friend or more. It's really well done so far. I'm really enjoying this one. And I'm about 150-ish pages into that one. Like the first 10 chapters is what I've read. And then on the Romance Booktubers reading stream on Tuesday night, I read Persephone, Hades' Lament. And this was fantastic. This is smutty. There's a menage in here moment. And I just had the best time reading this. Hi, Light Song. How are you this morning? The art is stunning. Because there's boobs all over the place, I'm not going to be showing you the inside. But yes, this did come sealed. It came sealed. That's all I need to tell you. And then the other thing I've read since I chatted with you last was Beauty and the Beast of Paradise Lost. I still love this series so much. I felt like we really understood the plot after this volume, so I'm really looking forward to the future of the series from here. So yes, that's a really quick update. I'm almost finished with Spyglass by Maria V. Snyder, and then I'm not 100% sure if... I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go right into the next book in the series, which I should be doing that today with all the driving around I need to do. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm working the night shift at Barnes today. I need to finish getting ready, obviously, and then I need to run a few errands on my way to work. So I will most likely have that finished by the next time I talk to you. I did also forget to mention that I have started To All the Dogs I've Loved Before by Lizzie Shane. I'm loving it so far. It's super sweet. And I've read the first 5 chapters. It's a second chance romance between the school librarian and the town, sheriff. And I love small town romances. And this second chance is already stacking up to be good because he basically left her at the altar. And he thought after some time they would just be fine. So he doesn't understand why she's still so antagonistic between them. So I expect a grovel coming soon. So we'll report back once I finish. Okay, so quick update. I did finish Spyglass by Maria V. Snyder. And she does end up in love with her attacker, like her abuser in the first book. So I feel like I need to talk about how that came to be in a way. So the way that this book is written is that Devlin was clouded by his addiction to blood magic. And once Opal had freed him of that, he was able to see clearly, and he was in love with Opal and had been for a long time. And that's why he couldn't, continue doing certain things. And, he had a good, repentance redemption arc. And in the end, she still chose him over the Storm Dancer. I mean, the Storm Dancer didn't need someone who was constantly taking off. He needed someone stable. And so, I get the choice there. But it still feels weird in a way. So I think that's why a lot of people don't talk about the Glass series that's in the middle of the Chronicles of Ixia series. And they do directly reference things that happen in that trilogy in the second half of the Chronicles of Ixia. I am going to start Shadow Study, which is book 4 in the Chronicles of Ixia, but it's book 7 in the series as a whole. So, yes, that is going to be my next audiobook. Happy Friday. So, it's early. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I actually need to go do a house call for hair this morning, but I did want to inform all of you that I did finish To All the Dogs I Loved Before. Now, this book was cute. It didn't do anything wrong. And it just fell very neatly and very nicely into all of the tropes, which is second chance, small town romance. He's the sheriff. She's the school librarian. Her dog is an escape artist that we met in book 1 and keeps getting out and finding him, and the dog helps bring them together, and it's cute. It's really, really cute. I'm going to give it like a 3.5, but I'm going to round it up to a 4 on Goodreads, just because it didn't do anything to wow me with these tropes. But like I said, this book didn't do anything wrong. I think I've just read so many small town romances at this point that unless there's something to kind of hook me, they don't stick. I am not sure if I'm going to start Gentleman Seeks Bride yet. I might wait till next week when I actually have some time to dedicate to it. Because I'm working another closing shift tonight, and then I'm opening tomorrow. Or I might just wait till Saturday night. So I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. If that's the case, I'm probably going to focus on the Barbarian book, because I will be able to take ample amount of breaks for that one, so that emotionally I can handle it okay. Good morning. Happy Saturday. So I did not get a chance to update you yesterday after I started work. So let's talk. So I've got 30 or 40% left in Barbarian's Hope, which is the Ice Planet Barbarians book I've been working on. I should be able to finish that today here at work. But yesterday I did finish Cheeky Brat Volume 1. Now, this is really a lot of fun. We do have a younger hero, older heroine. She's a second year. He's a first year. She's the manager of the basketball team. He's on the team. And he really likes her, and he's very clear about that, in the first chapter. So that's not a spoiler. She had a thing for the captain of the team, but this guy always saw everything that she was doing for the team and how no one was appreciating her. So throughout the course of this volume, he's not only showing her how he feels by telling her constantly and helping her, he actually gets his other teammates to help her. And the way it's all brought about is really cute and really fun. And she's slowly falling for him through these acts and gestures. And she finds out in the first chapter that the captain of the team that she liked had a girlfriend. And towards the end of this volume, the captain and his girlfriend have a fight, and she kind of gets pulled into it. And the way that she handles things is clear that she's now moved on from the captain, and it's really cute. I really like what's happening here, so I'm really interested to see how this series is going to continue. This one's coming out from Yen Press. So I feel like if you liked Waiting for Spring, you might like this one. She's a much less simpering heroine, and he's a much more forceful hero. So if you didn't like how, uncommitted, in the beginning of Waiting for Spring, that those two were, and they kept going back and forth even though they both had feelings for one another, this doesn't do that quite so much. The hero is very clear. He's like, this is what I want from you. I really like you. I want you to be my girlfriend. All those kinds of things. And then she's a lot more what's her name from Maid Sama? The heroine from Maid Sama. This is more like Usui and her situation. I can't think of her name right now. But this is much more of a Maid Sama dynamic between them. So if you liked Maid Sama, it's like if Maid Sama and Waiting for Spring had a baby. That's what this is. That's what this is. And then it has the older, younger trope going on. And I think it's a lot of fun. It really is. And I do really enjoy the art. It takes a little longer to read. It is a little bit denser, very text heavy, smaller panels. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I like a shoujo where there's some meat to it. But yeah, like they're just cute. This is very much an example of their dynamic. And I just really like them. Like I do. I'm really excited for more of this one. So I know I just spent like a lot of time saying the same thing over and over, but that was a lot of fun. So yeah. So goal for today is to finish Barbarian's Hope and then start Gentleman Seeks Bride. Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. And it's time for an update. So I've read some things. I finished 2 things since we talked last. Those things happen to be, first up, Barbarian's Hope. This was a really sweet story, and I do feel like Ruby Dixon handled the loss of a child aspect of this book very well, and you saw how 2 people lost in their grief made bad decisions and pushed each other away rather than clinging to each other as they need to, and this is their way of finding their way back to each other and moving forward in their lives. And it's beautifully done. We do have a time skip here, which I'm actually okay with because the next book is going to be Farley's book. Farley's a character we've been following for a long time in Ice Planet Barbarians, and I'm ready to see her romance. And to make that a little less icky feeling, Ruby ended up doing a time skip, and I'm good with that. I don't want Farley's romance to feel icky because that would be bad. So yes, that's what happened here. I'm very, very, very excited to see where that goes. And it's going to be a good time. The other thing I finished is I actually finished Gentleman Seeks Bride. This one was so compulsorily readable, I couldn't put it down. So let's talk. So this is about Thomas. Thomas is a man in search of a wife with a substantial dowry. And then we have Lady Jane Chapel. And she was a jilted bride, basically left at the altar. If you want her story, it is contained within the previous book in the Dukes of Hazzard series. This is book 4. Her sister is the heroine in book 3. So you get kind of her backstory in that one. So she's not as well fleshed out as Thomas in this one. But honestly, it felt okay. It didn't feel weird. I didn't feel like I couldn't follow. Then again, I've read the previous book in the series. So I do recommend making sure you read book 3 before you read book 4. Otherwise, you're going to feel like Jane falls flat. But you get a lot of Jane's backstory there. And so a lot of her behavior in this book makes sense because of that. But they go with the matchmaking trope. He's going to teach her about intimacy. She's going to help him find a wife. And obviously, they find their way to each other. The way Megan Frampton does this, really, I felt like it flipped the trope on its head a bit. And because usually it's a bride who needs to find a husband. And so this was really sweet and charming. Thomas himself was amazing as a character. So if you want a good, charming hero who doesn't feel alpha or icky, like Thomas is your guy. I really liked him. And yes, but I do recommend reading book 3 before book 4. I'm giving it a solid 4. Really enjoyed it. I tend to really enjoy Megan Frampton's historicals. So yes, that is really good. That felt really good. Another thing that's happened is Steve and I watched the first episode of the Wheel of Time show. And I don't know how to feel yet. There have been some fairly significant changes. And some of them I'm more than okay with, and others I don't know how to feel yet. I feel like I need to watch more episodes before I know for sure. Okay, it's winding down on Sunday. I'm tearing up because of the adorableness of the manga I just read, which we'll talk about in a moment. So let's talk about today. So first up, we did watch episodes 2 and 3 of The Wheel of Time. So as a show, we're enjoying it. And it's definitely inspired by the series, by the Wheel of Time series. The changes that were made, for the most part, are working okay in the show. It's still the essence of what the Wheel of Time is. So I can handle these changes thus far. Lan and Nynaeve are perfect. I love their banter together already, and we only got it in one episode. Like, I'm I'm already about their dynamic. I already love them. Um, like I say, there are some changes where I don't necessarily agree or love those specific changes, but they do work for the show. So we will be continuing to watch it moving forward. Cinematography wise, it's gorgeous and stunning. It's being true to the essence of the story, even though it might not be exacting in details. And they're making the Trollocs more bloody and vicious than they came across in the book. But that's to be expected for most people's entertainment purposes. I would have been just fine glancing over a lot of that. Having it go a little more Lord of the Rings style where it happens fast and you're not dwelling on it, that would have been my personal preference. But moving on to what I've read today. So I did end up reading 7 volumes of manga. So I've just been reading digital manga most of the afternoon and evening after we got some Wheel of Time watching in. So first up, Boss Wife Volume 2. I'm still really liking it. I do like the Yakuza Lover a little bit more, but I find the story slightly more compelling in Boss Wife. So I like them both for different reasons. Smut-wise, Yakuza Lover will always reign supreme. But Boss Wife is solid. So if you like Yakuza Lover, you will probably like Boss Wife as well. After that one, I read Akari Can't Be Tamed, Volume 1, which was really cute. So this guy confesses his feelings. He's a 3rd year, she's a 1st year. He confesses his feelings to her. Like on the last day of school, he works up all his courage and tells her that he's in love with her. And she's like, oh, you mean my sister, right? And he's like, he becomes an actor to get her to notice him. Our female lead, not the sister. But the sister ends up acting with him. And so it's about him basically doing everything he can to get her to fall in love with him. To the point where he even, like, pretends to be her dog and wants her to tame him and stuff. Like, it's a little extreme, but still really cute and really fun, and I really enjoy it. And the art is really cute. So, definitely a fan of that one. I think if you liked Beastmaster, you would like this one as well. It's going to be a little bit longer. It's like if Beastmaster and Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight had a baby, it would be this manga. I think that's the easiest way to describe it to people. Then I read Bibliophile Princess Volume 1. I really like this one a lot as well. It's cute. It's about a nerdy, bookish duchess who ends up getting betrothed to the prince because he's very enamored with her, and he speaks to the bookish side of her and says, if we get betrothed, I get something out of this because I'm not constantly being harassed by people, but I also can give you access to the royal archives and all of these things. So he's appealing to that side of her, but he sees how she's also helping the kingdom from all of her bookish knowledge, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm really interested to see how that one's going to be moving forward. Then I read Asahi Senpai's Favorite. This one's pretty cute. I've only 1 volume in, so I don't have too much to say about it yet. Their meet cute happens because she comes home from school, she goes into the bathroom and she starts to strip and stuff, but she finds her brother's friend getting out of the shower at the same time. And so she's like, oh my gosh, who is this stranger in my house? And then the next day she shows up at school and discovers that he's like the hottest, most popular guy at school. And he is showing her favoritism. A lot of the students don't like that. So it's going to be that kind of a story. You know, Yuki and Toru, but only Yuki and Toru kind of a thing. So that's what's going on there. And then the last 3 volumes were all from the same series. And that is, I finally got around to reading the first 3 volumes of A Condition Called Love. This is by Megami Moreno, who does Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. So I already knew I was going to love the art. But this story is immaculately cute. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. So we have this guy. He's got long hair, piercings, and we have our very drab, normal-looking heroine.
She's in a cafe with her friend and she sees our hero being broken up with by this girl. And as she's walking home, she sees him sitting on a bench in the cold and realizes he's going to get sick. And so she goes and puts her umbrella over him and says, "Hey, you're going to get sick. You need to take care of yourself." And the next day he shows up at school, asks her out in front of the entire class, and she kindly turns him down because she doesn't really know him. And things start to move forward from there. He starts to make small changes. He cuts his hair because she mentioned, she misunderstood. She thought he was asking her about her hair. He was trying to ferret out what she likes in a guy. So he cuts his hair short, thinking that's what she wanted. She's like, "You cut your hair." And they just have the sweetest relationship. He's very extreme in his feelings and very intense. There is a reason for that, but spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you said reason for that. I have a cat all of a sudden on my lap, so sorry about that. But this series is so cute. I love them. She has always had a hard time expressing her feelings and understanding people's feelings, and so it talks a lot about that. And they start on a trial basis dating one another, and things have slowly evolved and progressed. And by the end of volume 3, they're officially boyfriend and girlfriend, no longer on their trial basis. So it's really cute. I really love it. I'm really excited to continue. And yes. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for checking out this vlog this week. I hope you enjoyed the reads that I was able to get read. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been reading this month so far, and leave some sort of fall/Thanksgiving related emoji, because the week you're seeing this is the week of Thanksgiving. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.